Good morning. It is Tuesday, May the 18th. My chair is too low. You're with Heidi and Colette on First Local Mornings, and we have another breaking news story for you today. We're getting very used to this. And it comes from Dan Gray, who was on scene at a fire that took place at it's a structural fire at Triple M Meadow, which I believe is around Second Line and Allenside Road, and we have some footage of that to share with you this morning.
Yeah, we hired somebody.
Sioux Fire Services are currently on scene of a fire in the Triple M Metals yard on Yates. Apparently it is mostly knocked down. They are packing up some of the hose that they thought they were going to need, and they shouldn't be here too long. For Sioux Online and on TV, I'm Dan Gray.
Well, thank you, Dan. At least Heidi and Mike and Kevin and I and Craig weren't the only 5 people up way too early this morning, I guess.
That's right.
We appreciate you, Dan, for doing that, and the fire services for yet another fire, which we do have an update of one that happened last night too, but we'll get to that shortly.
Yes.
Any more breaking news there?
I don't think I have any breaking news, no.
Well, I know that today is the 3-year anniversary of On TV.
Yes.
So we would like to put that out there and thank you for all your support, especially in the last couple months with some changes and the addition of Heidi and me coming back. And we've had a lot going on in the last year. And never mind, we started this off in the special report when COVID first hit out in March of 2000. So, you know, you followed us from there. And then obviously with Tim and Luann.
March of 2000? Just feels that
2020, way. I mean. 2020?
It's been
that would be a very long
for
pandemic.
21 years.
That is not even 3 years, you know, like, come on, Colette, do your math. But obviously with Tim and Luann, the morning show with them, they were awesome too.
Yes.
So good morning to Tim and Luann as well. And so thank you for being here with On TV and celebrating our 3-year anniversary today.
We should have like canned laughter and applause or something. I keep pushing for that because
like those comedy shows.
You just said cue balloons.
Cue balloons. Like,
are you teasing me?
There's no
teasing
balloons.
me.
There's no balloon. There are no balloons.
Just teasing you.
Why don't you do some COVID numbers?
COVID numbers.
COVID
you don't even
numbers.
ask me what I do anymore.
Because we talk every night.
That's true.
And I know the answers already. So sorry. What'd you do last night? You talked to me. That's what you did.
I did some rage cleaning.
You did. You were rage cleaning. You were rage working out till 12:30.
I did 7,000 loads of laundry. I cleaned out my entryway. I put away some winter stuff. Well, truth be told, the winter coats are on Emma's bed right now.
Oh, that's okay.
She's little. They got to be hung up. But that's okay, yeah.
That's okay, they're on their way.
Yeah, so that's what I did. Anyway, okay, on to the COVID numbers because whatever. I do, Heidi does. That's it. That's all we need to know. Okay.
Heidi do, Heidi don't.
So, yesterday there was kind of a tangle in the numbers. I did do a summary of the entire weekend. The numbers today also include a number that I have already reported on yesterday. So if you go to the website, you're going to see something a little bit different from what I'm about to read to you, okay? So I'll let you know when my narrative comes back into alignment with what is on the website, okay? So the headline on the website says that Algoma Public Health is reporting 4 new cases. Because I had already done the math yesterday, we're only looking at, like for the people who were with me yesterday, we're only looking at 3 new cases, okay? So Sunday, again, initially had 3, and then 2 of them were revisited and found not to meet the criterion associated with a positive confirmation of COVID-19. So they got removed from the count, and then there was one that was, I was just gonna say legit, was totally like legit, okay? Fit the criterion and everything. So we are looking at 3 new cases from Sault Ste. Marie. We already talked about the one from Elliott Lake. And we have 5 more cases that have been screened positive for the variants of concern. So now, looking at cases 364 through 368, they are all reported to be self-isolating. Case 364 lists cause of exposure as unknown. Okay.
Baloney.
And they were
Baloney.
tested on May 13th. And then cases 365, 366, 67, and 68 list cause of exposure as close contact. They were all tested on May 17th. This means now, okay, so here's where the content comes back into alignment with what's on the website.
Excellent.
So, Algoma regions with COVID-19 cases reported in the past 10 days include Sault Ste. Marie area, Central and East Algoma, as well as Elliott Lake area, which brings our rolling totals. To date, we have administered 139,777.
Nice. Oh, geez, here we go.
Those are the tests that have been administered recently, out of which we have confirmed 368 cases, of which 28 are considered to be active. We have one Algoma resident currently in hospital. The number of cases that are resolved have gone up to 340, and the cases that have screened positive for the variants of concern are up to 80. Over to you.
Excellent. You know what else has gone up is the temperature. So let's go over to Craig and find out how far that temperature is going to rise today.
Well, Colette, the high temperature for today was 27.2 degrees, set in 1991, I believe. We could beat that today because our temperature forecast is for 28. We could be actually touching 30 degrees by 5 o'clock, but we'll wait and see what happens there. We'll take a look outside right now and show you what kind of day you're in store for. It looks a little cloudy and smoky there, but it's not. It's very sunny out and very warm already. We're already sitting at 11 degrees, and as I said, we are heading for 28 for our high today. We'll take a look at the 12-hour forecast for you, and this is what it looks like. Sun, sun, and more sun for our day today. 28 for the afternoon. The winds will be picking up from the southwest at around 20 kilometers an hour, so it might be a little breezy, but that wind is just pushing that warm air towards us, and we may see a few clouds develop for our evening. Heading into our day tomorrow, which looks a little cloudy, and some showers heading our way. I'll touch on that on the forecast coming up. Right now, let's send it back to Heidi and Colette.
Excellent work. And we were trying to think of that song. Was it Sean Paul? Did you say?
Yeah.
Got the right temperature.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, those are some really good temperatures, so I'm kind of excited about that. It really does feel to me, despite Craig's vague menace last week when I was alluding to the fact that he had said that this week would be summer-like, and he's like, well, Heidi, ha ha ha, only Monday and Tuesday, and then we've got some humidity and some
He got all
precipitation.
technical. It's like, get out.
You know, maybe the watersheds are going to do something fantastic.
We still need to lube that chair for you. There was an altercation that erupted over illegal safe injection sites. The tension between the residents of Jamestown and Safe Space came to a head on Sunday, this past Sunday, May the 16th. So members of the community who are just tired of the illegal drug use, the discarded needles in the neighborhood, so many other issues that are going on there. They convened at the an area in Jamestown near the Children's Park, where the Safe Space typically sets up, arriving prior to organization, and occupied the area.
Okay.
In a widely circulating video, Marissa Dinner, who's the owner of Safe Space, can be seen asking the protesters to stop recording her clients. Someone identifying himself as security for Safe Space was seen trying to de-escalate the situation. The residents of Jamestown who have spoken with Sue online have repeatedly called the police in regards to the ongoing situation and admit that they are being frustrated with the apparent lack of response.
Okay.
This was where their next step, they're frustrated with the city as well.
Of course, yeah.
So they are also confused as to how Safe Space can operate without any community consultation, which is a required step along the way of getting a SIS, which is a safe injection site, exemption from Health Canada. Sue Online received a statement from Dinner about the situation that occurred on Sunday, and it goes, there were some people with valid questions, which she answered. She answered appropriate questions. I don't want to say it in the third person. I'm going to say it as if I'm paraphrasing instead of. A husband and wife have been there to videotape us before, and this time they started calling her clients some names. As she was telling them to leave, that the volunteer stepped to tell them to leave. The husband attacked him and got punched in the mouth. Long story short, Sue Online reached out to Sue Police Services last night for comment, but have yet to hear anything back at the time of publishing. So stay with Sue Online as we continue to follow this crazy story that's happening on more stuff that's happening in Jamestown. And as you know, Dan did do that walk through the other day and planning another one. So we're going to stay on top of it. Over to you to talk about a James Street investigation actually that occurred again last night.
Yes, that's mine.
That is yours, baby.
I have that. Over to me.
Kill it.
Okay. So at 10:23 a.m. yesterday, officers did respond to a call for service in the 100 block of James Street. Upon arrival, officers did locate a person deceased in the area. We don't have a lot of information on that in this moment. The investigation is ongoing. Officers remain on scene. So anyone, there is the scene, right outside the former Al's Pub. So anyone with information with regards to this incident is being urged to contact Detective Sergeant Mark Dubé at 705-949 6300 at extension 114. You can provide information anonymously if you do so choose by calling Crime Stoppers at 942-7867 or toll free 1-800-222-8477. You can actually we have on the story on our website, we do have the link that you can click to submit a web tip, or you can download the app. So keeping in mind that your tip to Crime Stoppers is anonymous and protected by case law. And for more information with how Crime Stoppers operates, again, there's a link within the article that'll take you right to their website for all of the updated information.
There's been a lot going on in the city. A couple shootings. The shooting on Friday night, shooting yesterday. So pretty scary. We also have had a lot of fires lately, and there was another fire. That's okay, Mike. There was a fire services. They were on scene last night at another structure fire on Franklin Street. Also, I do believe in the West End. At approximately 7:30 p.m., the fire department received a call for a fully involved structure within the 300 block of Franklin. Fire services responded and found a fire in the rear of the building, mostly on the outside of the structure. They did work quickly and brought it under control. The family who owned the house told Sue Online that everyone was able to get out safely. They were obviously distraught at the situation, but happy to report that even the pets appeared to get out of the home.
Good.
So that's good news.
Yeah.
There is no cause or damage estimate at this time.
Okay. Well, today's an exciting day for our local museum. Today, March the 18th at 1 o'clock, the Sault Ste. Marie Museum is celebrating International Museum Day, and they will be offering a virtual tour of the Skylight Gallery to kind of walk participants through our local history. So, obviously, as many other agencies have had to, that need to kind of reinvent themselves within, the pandemic era. Obviously, a museum would rely heavily on walk-up traffic, and in this moment, of course, that's not happening.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Again, offering the virtual tour. So they will be beginning with the pre-contact ways of life by the Anishinaabe and the Métis people in Boating, which is the traditional name for Sault Ste. Marie, and then moving us through that history all the way up to the present day. And the exhibition aims to show how life has evolved in our area.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah, I think it is kind of cool. So they're really looking to get that community engagement.
Yeah.
They have downloadable coloring pages of local landmarks, so children can continue to engage with local history and architecture. So a lot of really interesting ways to continue to engage with our community and our public.
That's super neat.
Do go to our website and for information and details on how you can become a part of the tour, which again will happen today at 1 o'clock.
Oh, wow. Too bad we have a show to do that. But you know what I mean? I would like to.
Well, maybe on the show we'll show the show.
Maybe we show the show on the show. Okay, we are going to cut to a commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about more to that upsetting story that happened in Vaughan. Canada's drag race earns victory lap with leading 5 Canadian stream wars that you're going to cover.
Yes.
And we have some reports of an explosion in Mississauga. We're all over the map this afternoon.
And a local viewer took a drive and took some pictures.
He did. Mark, we have you.
Mark
we're gonna
Jordan.
And we're going to talk about some videos we're going to follow next week for the week of tourism and how we can celebrate that here in Northern Ontario. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Leonard Thompson, 13 years old, diabetes mellitus, 65 pounds.
Starve the child to let them live? The treatment's as cruel as the disease. It's a death sentence.
Dr. Banting.
This could be it.
He's the first to receive this trial.
But will it save him?
It's not pure enough.
So we try again. And again. And again.
Before the discovery of insulin, diabetes was a death sentence. Banting, Best, Collop, and MacLeod's breakthrough has saved millions of lives. Leonard Thompson's was the first.
Welcome back. I was waiting for you to do it. Sorry.
Sorry, I was collecting the hair from my eyes.
That's quite all right. Welcome back. It is Tuesday, May the 18th.
Yes.
It is a very special little princess's birthday named Austin, but I'm going to share those photos with you this afternoon because...
A little girl named Austin?
Oh my God, yes. Austyn, Austin Gracie.
Oh, what a great name.
Yes, and she is my Dante's bestie, so back in Waterdown. So we do have lots of pictures to share of her. Anyways, happy birthday to Austin, but we'll get to you in a bit. Let's slide over to Vaughan. Yesterday we spoke about a car crash that occurred in a residential area where the speed limit was 40 kilometers per hour and a Mercedes they assumed was driving quickly, and we will get to that momentarily. There were 3 people hurt in this collision that occurred in their driveway while they were riding their bikes and playing around with their bikes. The 4-year-old boy passed away yesterday, but unfortunately the little girl has now passed away as well, who was 10 years old. The York Regional Police say that around noon on Sunday, they received calls about a car going off the road on Athabasca Drive, just off Dufferin Street, north of Teston Road, and the person hit 3 people. The 4-year-old boy and the 10-year-old sister were taken to hospital in critical condition, and a release on Monday said the boy had been pronounced dead, and another release sent out later on Monday evening. Police say the girl was also pronounced dead. A third person, an adult male, suffered minor injuries. Photos from the scene show a black Mercedes sitting on a lawn wedged underneath a tree, while police evidence cones can be seen a few houses down. Actually, yesterday they were saying the driver was a 17-year-old girl, then it was a 16-year-old girl, but now they are saying, in fact, it's a 16-year-old boy who from Richmond Hill is now in custody. Dangerous. He's been charged already. Yesterday when we reported this at 1 o'clock, he was not charged at that time. He has been charged with dangerous operation causing death ×2, criminal negligence causing death ×2, 2 counts of dangerous operation causing bodily harm, and 2 counts of criminal negligence causing bodily harm. Nickel, who was the investigator, points out on the crash happened in an area where the speed limit, like I said, was 40 kilometers an hour, and they're still looking to see if speed played a factor. Police corrected the age of the driver to 16 after initially saying he was 17 years old. They also corrected the age of the girl to 10 after initially saying she was 11. So unfortunately, both children have passed away. Now over to you. Yeah, exactly.
Well,
I know. I'm sorry.
My thoughts and feelings are that's anyway. I send my whatever
I don't even
to the
know
family because I don't know how you recover from that.
It's quite similar from the story that happened in Woodbridge not too long ago, where the guy came off the airplane and killed the whole family of the kids as well. So, but anyway, sorry, it's not similar as in that person was impaired. So I'm not suggesting this person is, but it just to wipe out your family like that is what I'm referring to.
To lose, So, well, we'll come back to local. Summertime coming fast at us heralds again the reconstruction of many roadways. So correspondingly, the city's Public Works and Engineering Services Department would like to inform motorists that Carmen's Way from Cathcart Street to Wellington Street will be closed beginning today, May 18th, for a period of 2 days. The closure is necessary, again, to facilitate railway, this is railway repair.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just so during this time, construction signs, including including road closed detour and directional information, will be posted to direct traffic through the area along designated detour routes. Motorists are urged to be cautious and obey all detour signs, and the City of Sault Ste. Marie thanks its citizens for their patience and cooperation during this temporary road closure.
There it is. The lip service of the politicians. I love it. So that's by Carmen. That's by what's that? Marconi. That way? Okay, gotcha. So don't go that way. Okay, that's what we can take away from Heidi.
I went to high school with a guy. His name was Rob, and he was really kind of had like a very quirky, oddball sense of humor.
Yeah.
And in recent years, he did actually write a book, like a traveler's companion sort of book called "Don't Go There."
Don't go there. Well, there you can add that. Don't go there.
Don't go there.
Okay, the Indigenous Institutes Consortium received a funding to better virtual learning. The Indigenous Institutes Consortium has formed a new partnership with eCampus Ontario to develop and improve virtual learning in Ontario for Indigenous students. Advancement in the virtual capacity of Indigenous institutes in Ontario came after a historic $50 million investment in the virtual learning strategy. Indigenous Institutes Consortium received $398,340. Like, just up it. Of that $50 million for micro-credential course development. The Indigenous Institutes Consortium, in their new partnership with eCampus Ontario, created 2 new micro-credential courses. The courses will focus in Indigenous e-learning assessments, strategies, and hybrid flexible design in Indigenous teaching and learning. And this also, the Algoma University will benefit from this funding, so we wanted to share that with you. And of course, as always, this is posted at SiouxOnline.com. She's trying to, like, you should see her going, it's not working.
What?
El Professional. Now she acts all cute and kind.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah. Snidey Heidi in full effect.
Oh, now it's on, Mike. Are you going to catch me with a camera? Whatever.
That's right.
Okay.
That's okay, lady. I love it.
I want to talk about Mark Jordan.
Oh, let's follow the tale of tribulation.
Mark Jordan, yes.
The trial.
One of our more constant viewers,
awesome.
An excellent friend of mine, a gentleman with whom I did first make acquaintance in grade 6.
Oh.
I fondly remember
he was sitting. Did you guys dance together at any point in your relationship?
No.
Friendship?
No. Not for want of trying.
Like
right,
this?
Mark?
Oh, anyway. I mean, you tried on him.
No. Okay, anyway.
Okay.
So, take it back to that day. I had come from the Soo. We had moved to Poplardale, which is, as I've said,
like
a rural area outside of Bruce Mines.
Oh, my gosh.
And it was my first day at the Bruce Mines Public School. And Mark was sitting in front of me, and at one point he turned around and he looked at me, and he had taken those little white caps off of, the markers with the little white caps.
Yeah, for sure.
And he had suctioned 2 of them onto the tip of his tongue, and he was going. I don't know if you remember that, Mark, but that's a standout.
Oh, I'm sure he does remember it.
Because, you didn't feel awkward enough in this new school. You needed to know the mentality of those that were.
That's kind of funny.
You were going to be friends with. So, anyway,
and
Mark.
So a friendship was made.
Mark has been a good friend of mine for a long time, and this past weekend, he did take a very scenic drive north. He drove up Highway 17, and it was, as we all recall, Sunday was a beautiful day.
God, yeah.
Excited to share his experience after coming across a wide variety of wildlife. So he said, in total, I saw 7 chipmunks, 1 hare, 2 does, and he put in brackets for us a female deer.
A female deer.
2, maybe 3 black bears, 1 moose, 6 cranes.
Oh my gosh.
But he's suspecting that of the 6, 2 of them were just kind of repeats, and another really big bird that I couldn't identify.
Aww,
didn't get
pics
of everything, because by the time you pull over, etc., etc. So he said next time he will bring his camera with his zoom lens. Mark, please do make sure that your car has come safely to a halt before executing your photography with your zoom lens.
Extremely safe and valid point, Heidi. Thank you very much.
I am all about my reader's safety.
Yes, you are. Mark, that was awesome. Thanks for sharing it. And a kind of nice little segue into I need some blue, section into Tourism Week, which occurs May 23rd to the 30th. So we're going to be doing some interviews with a lot of local people in the area to support your local businesses.
Right.
And go and take these little jaunts, as you may like to call them, and take some pictures and enjoy Tourism Week next week. And we're going to have some more information about that. But just quickly from... it's obviously the Tourism Week's going to look a lot different from the way that we celebrated this in the past.
Yep.
But we just want to push out that we're going to we want to hashtag keep it local. So
yeah, and we're going to be highlighting a lot of the different activities and the different touristy sort of touristy.
Have you seen the movie The Tourist? That's a really good movie.
No, I have not.
With Johnny Depp. I recommend.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, again, squirrel. Anyway, celebrate Tourism Week, and thanks. We look forward to your pictures maybe next week during our Tourism Week. Maybe we'll feature one of his pictures on our tourism.
Maybe.
We don't know yet.
I mean, you get
Can't make promises.
He's going to come at us for money. I know it. I know it. He's like, okay, well, what does something like that pay, right?
Yeah.
Right?
It pays and smiles. Okay, well, Brigadier General Krista Brody. I'm moving direction now. We're moving on. Brigadier General Krista Brody will take over as Canada's head of vaccine distribution, effective immediately. She is the Public Health Agency of Canada. The Public Health Agency of Canada. The appointment of the role of Vice President of Vaccine Logistics and Operations comes following Major General Danny Fortin's sudden departure from the position on Friday. Well, he's not doing a thumbs up now. The Liberal government has not released any significant details regarding why Fortin left the role with the Department of National Defense, only issuing a short statement saying he was leaving because of an unspecified military investigation. So the Globe will be following that very closely and have more on that. But we do want to extend our congratulations to Brigadier General Krista Brody for that replacement.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you got next?
Well, you know what?
You want to laugh again?
I wasn't laughing at you. I just.
With me, because I was laughing? No, everybody knows I wasn't laughing. You were laughing at me.
I was unprepared for the exuberance that they captured in her professional photo. She did look to be very, very excited.
Stoic?
So, no, she was not stoic at all.
I didn't even look at the picture. Was she very happy?
Show her.
Oh, well, she's... Hey, she's got a huge position.
She's exuberant. Look at her. She's excited. So that's
power to the females.
I was just, ordinarily when you witness one of those professional photo opportunities, you don't often capture that moment of elation where it's like, yes,
I beat all you men out of the position. Like a mugshot. You're like, yes,
they caught it. They caught it. Okay, I want to talk for a moment about Canada's drag race, which has earned a victory lap with leading 5 Canadian Screen Awards.
Like what you did there.
Victory lap. Well, I mean, I can't take credit for that. Like they run with that. Okay, I did it. It's because I'm just that fantastic.
You are. Wordsmith.
So, Canada's Drag Race crossed the finish line as a big winner on the first 4 nights of presentations for the Canadian Screen Awards. Okay, so the inaugural season of Crave's Drag Queen competition took a leading 5 trophies in a pre-recorded live stream, including Best Reality/Competition Program or Series and honors for production design, direction, and writing. So the show's judges, Brooklyn Heights, Jeffrey Boyer Chapman, and Stacey McKenzie also won an award for Best Host or Presenter on the series, which is similar to RuPaul's Drag Race. My sister Tamarack is a big fan. I've watched it with her. It is very entertaining, actually. It has been renewed for a second season. So, we have a lot of great Canadian content. I'm still riding high on Schitt's Creek.
Yep.
Come back at 1 o'clock as well, because we're going to be doing a feature story on Dan Levy and what he's up to right now. What are we doing? Are we going to a commercial?
Okay, go to commercial. We'll be right back.
just once in a while at parties and stuff. If that's what your kid says, they'll probably also tell you that it's not a big deal. But that's no reason not to talk about it. You could tell them that you think that's a good thing and that you're really happy they don't use it that often. Then ask them why. Maybe deep down they know it's bad. They just need your help realizing it. From there, it should be pretty easy to drop off the hint that their brain is still growing and that they shouldn't smoke pot. At least not until they're older.
Visit drugfreekidscanada.org for more tools to help start the conversation.
Inches home to Lola found this large male sports a with trimming black fur dominance over.
You don't need a media monkey to make healthy choices. Think for yourself. A message from Concerned Children's Advertisers.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings with Colette and Heidi. It is Tuesday, May the 18th. Before we go back over to Craig, we did just get this in. There is someone who is missing and public assistance is requested. Sault Ste. Marie Police is requesting the public's assistance to locate the missing 16-year-old Caden Noccioli. Pardon me if I'm mispronouncing. Caden is described as being 5'10". He weighs roughly 150 pounds. He has short brown hair with brown eyes. He was last in contact with someone around 4:30 yesterday afternoon. So if you do have information on this young man's whereabouts, please do contact Sault Ste. Marie Police at 705-949-6300.
Thanks, Heidi. We're going to throw to Craig before we dive into some social media. Give us an update, please, buddy.
Thank you very much. Well, we are in for a hot one today, folks. This is the radar showing you really nothing going on as far as clouds or precipitation, though we could see some cloudiness develop late this afternoon. We're going to be basically enjoying the sun and the heat today as we continue to see a southerly flow from that high pressure system sitting over to the east and also being ushered in by a warm front, which is right here. That's going to try to move in for our day on Wednesday. But today we're just clear and sunny. So let's take a look now at the temperatures. And look at these temperatures. These are summertime temperatures. 28 is the call for our high today in the Sioux, 29 in Mackinac, 27 in Thunder Bay, 28 in Timmins, and 27 in Sudbury. So definitely feeling a summer type day here today. As far as the systems go, this is what we look like for today. As I said, we are seeing this system trying to inch its way up towards the Great Lakes to give us some rain and possibly some thunderstorms for our Wednesday. Outside of that, we are going to see a lot of rain come in. If not rain, we're going to see cloudiness for the next 4 or 5 days as this system continues to come into the Great Lakes. But in the meantime, we're going to have a really nice day. So this is what we look like for the next 3 days, starting with today, 28 degrees, mainly sunny skies today. Tomorrow we're going to start with a mix of sun and cloud, have those clouds thicken up during the day and start producing some showers late in our day Wednesday. 24 though for the temperature, 26 for your Thursday with a mix of sun and cloud, and then we start to see some more cloudiness build in for Friday and into our long weekend. I'll touch on that on my next weather segment coming up in just a little bit. Right now, let's send it back to Heidi and Colette.
Oh, thank you, Craigers. We weren't listening. Now, when you were mentioning the drag,
Canada's Drag Race.
Thank you very much, and showing those pictures, it just ding had my hamster started running because last night I was cruising on Facebook and I saw Serene Fox's pictures, and we're going to share those with you. And if you don't remember, Serene is from Botswana. She just released an Endy, which is a documentary about her Auntie Mary Bell, who was a survivor of residential schools. And it's an awesome documentary, and she's been up for a lot of awards. So we want to share her. This is her, and it says, "This is my red carpet look for the Canadian Screen Awards." She's wearing at Smythe the brand. Thank you to the team that supported the telling of Indigenous stories. She shared this moment with her Auntie Mary from a distance, and she's so proud she got to share her story and is thinking of the next generation who might be inspired to do the same with their elders.
She looks fantastic.
She's beautiful. Serene's beautiful. She just had a baby too.
Okay.
Yeah, she is.
Good.
Super nice. So we did that interview quite a while ago now. So that is posted to our community folder on our YouTube page. So follow On TV on YouTube, like, follow, share on all our social media. And speaking of social media, over to you, Vanna.
Well, we haven't looked in at Perdita yet. I mean, that might give people some robust conversation. Let's check in on our little wild pet. Oh,
has she changed direction?
She does.
She did. Yeah, she did. She's like,
it's almost like she knows when we're
Oh yeah,
peeking
she does.
in.
She looked right at us.
Yeah.
Hi,
So
Perdita,
the peregrine falcon, and like I said, I mean, you never see the mate. Like you never see maybe that's just not what they do. Maybe he's out gallivanting. No wonder she looks so angry.
Yeah, she does. Well, again, so would you if you had to sit on 3 eggs for quite some time.
29 to 32 days.
Thank you for that accurate description.
Well, I have a mind for detail and a very good female memory that holds on to things just because you never know when you might need them.
Okay, social media. I don't know if that was a threat or...
It's a vague menace.
I feel like it was a bit threatening.
You know? And for those of you who reacted to it, you got to consider why you're reacting to it.
Oh, that's true too. Hey, yeah, good one. Ooh, I like that. That's such a bomb drop. Hello.
Heidi.
All right. Yes?
What?
Oh, we want
Stop moving in your chair. You're
I
making
know.
it squeak too much.
We need the lube. I believe Primary Control has the lube.
Actually, I think Kevin's got the lube. We'll have to bring it out.
Kevin's going to bring the lube out. Okay.
Okay. All right. Did we get that out of our systems now?
What?
No, not yet.
What are you
still have more
talking
to go.
about?
You still have more discussion around the lube?
We're not
okay.
done.
Yeah.
All right. Social media. Speaking of lubrication, we have some witty conversation.
Do we?
We have some zesty commentary. We have some very spicy and colorful people who like to interact with us. Please do send us your birthday shout outs. What about the tiny Austin?
I have a medley, an array of pictures to share, and I didn't know which ones to choose because Austin's been in our life since the moment she came into this world. So,
usually how it works.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, like I met Brandon and Jen are my really good friends, and I've known them, since
I'm just
pre-Austin. Good Lord Almighty, I'm on the hot seat here. It's like I need lube to get through it.
Okay. Yes. All right. Well then. Jim Whitty, Jim Whitty. Morning is nigh once again. No, once the nighttime's rain is waning. Oh, Jim, so poetic, so pithy. I like it. Good morning to you, sir. Margaret McKegg, good morning, all. Good morning, Margaret. I hope that you have a wonderful day. You're able to get outside and enjoy the sunshine.
Yep. What? Just keep going. Don't worry about what's coming in.
Kimberly says, good morning, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. And she has, a modest offering of emojis. So we've got like my closed-eyed smiley. We've got the sun with the face. We've got a dog because that's where our dog lives, and we know that he got groomed at Pet Pleasure Resort. Support local, and a lovely tulip as well. Allie and Ron Rollinson, good morning, with a sunshine, a sunflower, and my little fave emoji.
Nice.
Steve Childs. Okay.
Okay, go.
Acronym.
Go.
GMA.
Good morning, all.
IABD. EI.
Oh, man.
I am being devilish, dastardly.
Oh, I like that.
Debonair. Dutiful. No, I don't know. Dribbly. I'm going to have to think about that now. I'm going to have to think about it. Okay.
GMAIABDEI.
So obviously, good morning, all.
Right.
I am being deliberately elusive and intelligent. No, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to think about it now. Steve!
I hear employment insurance is EI this one. Apparently, I can't think too creatively.
Enika pops in to say good morning, everyone, with two laughing emojis, a waving hand, 2 tulips, and 2 cups of coffee. Good morning to the Netherlands and Enika in particular. Mark Jordan says good morning, our celeb du jour. Monsieur le photographe.
Hey, isn't it kind of like what's that show? Conversations with, or when you're with the comedian in the car.
Oh, Coffee with Jerry Seinfeld or something.
Yeah, maybe.
No, Coffee with Comedians.
There you go. Coffee with Comedians. That could be with Mark. Mark, you can have your own show.
Okay. Tammy Lynn Badgerow, good morning. Happy anniversary to you all with
thank you.
A whole bunch of red balloons. Thank you, Tammy. We are very excited to still be bringing you the news.
Absolutely.
So, Carl Gray says good morning. Good morning, Carl.
Mr. Gray.
Steve says, has like a happy anniversary emoji with 2 little birds on it. It's very cute. Your parents say morning with
morning, Mom
4
and Dad.
balloons. Linda Catherine Reed, well, hello.
Hello. It's been I was just talking about Mrs. Doubtfire the other day. Hello. It's a drive-by sleuthing.
And she offers up a cup of coffee and a sunflower. It's nice to see your name. Thank you for watching. Kristen Bartok. Whoa, yes. Okay.
There's a story there,
Very
kids.
exciting. Well, Kristen, she's like, you have those people in your life where, it doesn't matter how obscure the reference, how oddball the meme, there are certain people that you can always tag and that they're just going to die laughing. Well, Kristen is that person.
Okay.
I miss seeing you, buddy. Let's get together whenever it's legally permissible to do so under the EMCPA.
There you go. Wow.
Yes.
This message is brought to you by Heidi and Colette.
Yes. So Chantel says, good morning, everyone,
Morning,
with like
Chantel.
the grinny smile and a heart. Steve Child says, he.
Come on, give it to us. Spit it out.
May. And then he says, sorry, like to tease.
Good morning, all.
Your Tony Mancuso pops
Morning,
up
Tony.
to say, good morning, everyone. Great day again. Looking forward to enjoying the morning, taking in the local news with 2 cups of coffee and 2
Okay. Thanks, Tony. How are you?
Costa Rica.
Tommy's got some palm trees in there for me today.
2 palm trees, 3 sunshines, 2 cups of coffee. Have a great day, he says. Pura vida.
Yes. That means, I know what that means.
Pure life.
Yeah, thank you. Vida, thank you. It's their thing where they come in. Don't look at me like that. I just couldn't remember what it was. I thought you were saying Pura vida. It's a different one. When you get off the plane, that's what they say. They say to you everywhere in Coast.
Is that right?
Yes, they do.
I've yet to be.
Yes.
I'm going. Right?
Yes, we are going.
Like we've confirmed that.
Yes.
Okay.
But as soon as you get off the plane, and it's just, that's what everybody says to you in the resorts, and it's beautiful. Oh, she's going to take a sip.
I did not, though. Okay, Jim Whitty. Mark, no partridge in a pear tree. Well, it's not winter.
Yeah, don't go there. We don't want any Christmas carols in this. No.
Christine E. Cummings. The Indian Friendship Center is doing a family scavenger hunt for their program participants. That's very cool. Thank you for that tip.
We'll follow that up
Way to
today.
go, IFC. That's good news for sure. And Marilyn Trumbull rounds out the morning salutations.
Oh, excellent.
With good morning, everyone, and a sunshine. So good morning to you, Marilyn.
Very good. Very good.
Yes.
Okay, I know we're going to rip off a commercial shortly. If anybody wants to give me a time check on that next commercial, and then I'll know. We've got a minute and a half. Okay, well, let's talk about a bit of, that's kind of gray. Yeah, well, I guess we have to do it eventually. So, reports of explosion leave several people injured in Mississauga industrial emergency. Now, we do like to bring, obviously, we update you with all your local news at the top, but we also want to share what's going on throughout the province and throughout the country as well. So this is our attempt to do that in the third block, as us television people say, the third block, fourth block. Peel police say that 4 people are being treated for injuries following an industrial fire in Mississauga. Emergency crews responded to a heat treating facility on Anson Drive near Tobram and Derry Road just before 11 a.m. They were sitting in their office, someone recalls, and felt like a truck actually hit the building. We came outside and noticed smoke coming out from across the street and a couple of people wandering around. Paramedics say 1 person had been taken to the trauma center in serious but non-life-threatening injuries. Another patient was taken to hospital with minor injuries. The Ministry of Labor has been notified. And funnily enough, I used to work right across the street from there. At Ontario Good Roads, we used to have our office building right there. So.
Okay.
Lots of buildings in that area, lots of warehouses. We've got 15 seconds. Well, you know what?
Let's do a factoid.
Let's do a factoid. I'm glad I thought of it.
So on this day, May 18th, 1983, U.S. President Ronald Reagan sticks his thumbs in his ears, wiggles his fingers, and says to the press, "I've been waiting years to do this."
Oh, I
There
think
he
he's
is.
giving a na. He does.
Well, it kind of looks like he's missed his ear, but
Yeah, a little bit too high.
But yeah, so there you go.
Okay, well, thanks for that.
Was that sufficient, or do I
Do
need
you
to
know
work out
that
the other one?
do you know what his slogan is for when he ran for president? It was "Make America Great Again."
No.
It was. He was run by the same campaign run by the same campaign people as Trump.
You're making that up.
I'm not making it up. We'll be right back after this break. Go search it up right now. Welcome back. We are making the Sioux great again, and I do believe we have some proof of Colette's American political history right here. Go ahead. Share it, Mike. Go ahead. He's getting it still. Okay, well, we can
It's like
talk a little bit more.
snuffleupagus.
Now, listen, I am a nerd. When I told you I'm a nerd, this is what I'm a nerd about. I love government. I love anything to do with elections, American, Canada, and we have that picture to share. Ronald Reagan, what did you want to run on? Let's make America great again.
Okay, well, that's a little bit different. That's
No, it's not. He put "let's" in front of it.
That's La Maga.
There you go.
Not MAGA.
And I said
La Maga.
La Maga. She's trying to.
La Maga.
Don't go there. I was right. Anyways, doesn't matter
La
who's
Maga.
right or wrong.
La Maga.
Did they make America great again? That's where the question still remains.
La Maga.
Okay. If you need anyone to run your campaigns, I'll be that.
La Maga.
La Maga.
We have 3 more people who popped in on social media.
Oh,
Andrew
good. Thank
Smith.
God. Yeah.
Andrew Smith, you remember Rob King. He was the one who wrote the book about places that are just horrible to visit. Don't go there.
I want
that's what
that
it's called.
copy of
I'm going to
this
find
book.
it now. Yeah, I'm going to have to try and find it because it's he's a very funny guy. But anyway, Andrew is also a funny guy. Good morning, ladies. Have a great day. Good morning to you. Steve Child says, "It's a bee." You're just
a beautiful day. Enjoy it.
Oh, yeah.
Let's make the Sioux great again.
Okay.
Gotcha, Steve.
Okay. And Rhonda Bernard, my neighbor from back in the day, she says, "Good morning, Heidi. Love watching." I love that you love watching. That's great. So, all right.
All right.
Yes.
What else do we have? Because my stories are out of order.
Okay, well, I think we should touch on the fact that Timmins has declared a state of emergency.
Absolutely, we should be touching on that.
You know, I mean, I have something about a driver facing charges after hitting a train east of London, but we'll talk about Timmins for a minute. So, Mayor George Peary has declared a state of emergency for the northeastern Ontario city because of the rapid and unchecked spread of COVID-19 and its variants. He said in a quote, "I want to send a very clear and strong message that COVID-19 is a threat to residents in the city of Timmins." And he did say this yesterday in a news conference. "We are seeing a dramatic rise in cases in our region as we continue to battle COVID-19. We have declared a state of emergency to ensure that we can act fast to further protect our residents and local businesses." So right now there are 250 active cases in the Porcupine catchment area. Yeah. Let me just go back for a moment. Okay.
Yeah.
So they've got
That's
250
crazy.
active cases. We currently have 28, just to give you that perspective. Okay,
That's not
we are
good.
asking residents to put their arms forward. There are hundreds of vaccination spaces that are currently going empty. Okay, so that's
brutal.
Yeah, that's a very serious
Concerning
state
and
of affair.
brutal.
You know,
I didn't hear anything about Timmins before. Like, we were talking about it this morning, and I'm like, when did that happen? Like,
well, and they're saying, like, further in the article, over 150 people in northeastern Ontario have been charged with breaking the stay-at-home order. So yeah, I mean, they're doing all that they can, but of course, declaring a state of emergency as part and parcel of that, they're also trying to be declared a hotspot.
Yeah, as they should be.
You know, so that they can receive prioritized shipments of the vaccinations. But from what I'm reading in this article, the vaccination clinics are sitting empty. So people, for whatever reason, aren't going forward. Hopefully this step will kind of will underline the severity of the situation, particularly when the community suddenly reports 250 active cases. So
wow.
I hope to be able to bring you news of a significant turnaround very soon.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much. Now, speaking of significant turnarounds, over to you, Craig.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. You're significant.
We have seen our temperature rise by 2 degrees in the last hour. It's 13 degrees now outside under mainly sunny skies. We'll take a look at the radar just to show you what kind of day we have today. And we have a little bit of a system, as you can see at the bottom of your screen there, that green. That's trying to come up for our day on Wednesday, but that is tomorrow. Today, we're just sun, a little bit of cloud, and very warm temperatures. We'll take a look, just a recap at your 12-hour forecast. 13 degrees now, sunny skies this afternoon. I say we're going to hit 30, but right now we're going to sit at 28. And then your evening, 22 degrees. I mean, you can't beat that. And then we see some increasing cloud. I'll have your next weather report coming up at 1 o'clock.
Fun fact that I like to, are you all right? Yeah.
This caught me adjusting my back,
here, let me lube that for you.
Get out of here.
Fun fact, when I went into broadcast journalism, I went in there to become a sportscaster because at that time I wanted to be the first female on TSN. That's what I wanted to do. What's wrong? Get over it. And during my third year, there was already a bunch of women doing a great job on TSN. Anyway, so I did work for TSN for a little summer internship. Had
Jennifer
fun.
Hedger.
But that gets me, but my ultimate goal was to work for the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be that girl down there with the mic and interviewing all the Leafs. So I'm happy to report this morning that Wickenheiser and Goyette, who are two female hockey players that are very well known, and Wickenheiser is already a part of the Toronto Maple Leaf staff, but they are now going to be working together for the TML. Haley Wickenheiser and Danielle Goyette are teammates again in the Toronto Maple Leafs player development. Sorry, Heidi, wow. She is killing the coffee beside me here. I couldn't even.
Could you not say that while I'm drinking coffee?
That was excellent. I'm telling you, she was that girl at the party at the university. Heidi, doing the handstand on the kegger. The Maple Leafs promoted Wickenheiser to Senior Director of Player Development and appointed Goyette Director of Player Development for both the Leafs and the Marlies. This is exciting to me. I don't sense the excitement and energy coming from my
Well, it's
friend
I just had a near-death experience because Mike said something rude while I was drinking coffee.
Rude? The Canadian women's hockey team alumni won a pair of Olympic gold medals. I'm still going on with this story, so I hope someone's listening to me. But they won a pair of gold medals and 6 world championships together. Just wanted to congratulate 2 strong women with, you know, what I would consider a dream job. So congratulations. Aww. And also,
honey, I'm
not done yet, Heidi. I still have to make a mark. I'm not done yet. Today, but won't be here till Friday, and possibly a teaser on Friday's show, if you're lucky, is Jack Mateer, our own gold medal champion. We are interviewing, we being Jacob and I, for 705 Sports, and we are excited that Jack accepted our invitation, and we're going to see that gold medal around his neck today. So I'm really happy to share that. Anyway.
That is exciting.
It is exciting.
It's very exciting.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Well, I'm going to trot out our next factoid. On today's date, May 18th in 1648. Sorry,
boy.
I'm just fresh back from my near-death experience. The hallmark of a true professional is if you're going to explode coffee out your mouth and nose because you're about to laugh inappropriately. Notice I didn't get any on my top.
No, you didn't.
So,
You didn't.
know, that's great.
You did not.
You like me. You really like me. Okay, so May 18th, 1648, testing for witches. Okay, so Margaret Jones, on this date in 1648, is tested to see if she's a witch. She was tested according to methods in the book The Discovery of Witches, which had been written the year before in 1647 by Matthew Hopkins. Yep.
Okay.
The accused should be observed for 24 hours. If the person was a witch, then an imp would appear to feed off the witch. Imps were considered to be witches' familiars who depended upon the witch for daily sustenance. So the former governor of the Massachusetts Bay Colony, John Winthrop, claimed to see the imp in the clear light of day. She was then convicted and executed, the first victim of the witch hunt that lasted from 1648 to 1693. Wow. Okay. About 80 people throughout New England were accused of practicing witchcraft, with over 20 executed for the crime.
Well, great.
Wow, that seems pretty thorough.
We're both into that. We both like our witchcraft and our talking.
That's right.
We do. And the moon. Has Craig figured out that moon yet? Anyway, talk to me about a little beluga, if you will. A little beluga whale. I don't know if you've ever been to Marineland, but I'll tell you something about Marineland when we used to go. Pack your running shoes, because you go to one thing and then you have to look at the map and like, oh, it's just right here in the map. No. It is a good 3-kilometer hike to the next gate and it's awful.
Don't they have like little cars that'll run you to places?
Absolutely not.
I was to the San Diego Zoo one time, which is also very far flung, but they had little, like there was a schedule and everything, so you didn't always make it on time, but
Yeah.
That's okay. I'll just wait for the
4 o'clock
one.
show. It's only 1 o'clock now, because that's how long it would take you to get there. Anyways, that's my experience with Marineland. I was never a very Marineland fan. But let's talk beluga.
Oh, look at their little faces.
Beluga.
Okay, so 5 belugas are reported to be doing well after being moved from Marineland. An American aquarium is saying, okay? So they were moved to the U.S., from the Marineland in Niagara Falls, moved to the U.S. over the weekend. Mystic, sorry, I was getting all European on you.
Oh my God, he just glorified
Aquarium.
We can call her Mystique if we want
Mystic Aquarium says that the 5 belugas are healthy, eating well, and behaving normally in their new habitat in Connecticut. The aquarium says the entire operation lasted several days and concluded in the early morning hours on Saturday. The United States government approved the transfer last year with a condition that the whales won't be bred. Mystic said the whales will be part of a large research project with its 3 other belugas. Fisheries and Oceans Canada approved the transfer last month with the condition. Well, they just put that in there. Okay, it's very important that these whales not be bred. Okay, it was important enough for it to be included in the article twice. So no breeding of the belugas. But they're doing well. So
okay, well that's good. I mean, I know that there was a lot of controversy around Marineland and the way they were treating their animals for quite some time. So we're happy that the belugas are happy. That's all that matters. Little beluga.
Well, seems like there's some restrictions being put on their happiness, but okay, yeah.
I just spit all over the desk.
Yes.
Sorry. There we go. We both got it. But thank you very much. Anything else you would like to discuss before we say au revoir until 1 o'clock? Anything else you got there? Tell a joke. I don't know.
Tell a joke.
Well, like I said, we do have an interview that we're going to share, and that was that virtual learning company that we did based out of Ottawa. And she actually came up with a business plan before the pandemic hit. So
almost like precognition.
Yes, absolutely. Like 2 years ago.
You'd be talking to a local entrepreneur, Lori.
Oh yes,
Jim LaRock, a very engaging and energetic woman who has had to reinvent herself. As her business, a very thriving promotional business, was killed due to COVID, and so she has rebounded. I've known her for a long time. She's very exciting.
Yeah, good.
We also have we have Dr. Titus.
Oh,
that
that's
you'll be
right.
speaking to this
Yes, I
week,
will. Ooh, I love
who
that.
has co-founded a company that is, kind of reinventing the way in which doctors in Northern Ontario are interacting with patients.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you for joining us today. We'll see you at 1 o'clock.
Yes.
Have a good day.